What is up? This is Jay from the CryptoArc channel coming back to you with an updated cryptocurrency news for the beginners in 2021. And yes, this also applies to veterans as well who want to get an update on what news is going on. Now, before I get started, I just want to say that nothing in my video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so please, everyone, do your own research as it will benefit you in the long run. All right, so let's get started. All right, I want to show you guys this. This is so basically to understand where the world or where the future is, what the future is going to bring, you got to study the past. And here's what happened in the past. So mind you, this is 2017. Um, the prices of Bitcoin at that time, or the whole crypto market, was much lower compared to where it is now. Around this time, I was working as a dishwasher at Cactus Club Cafe, and I do recall Bitcoin doing its thing because one of my coworkers was like crazy about it. They should have heard how happy this guy was when Bitcoin was going up. But anyways, let's take a look at the chart. So day 372 after the halving, you see that they did a pullback from like around the 2700 to around 1700 or so. So I don't know what that percentage is, but should be big. But anyways, what happened after that was it reversed all the way up. It was just basically establishing a new floor and doing another leg up. Okay, now let's look at the current situation right now. Okay, there was a lot of FUD that happened this week, and of course, the market reacted to it. Now let's take a look. Coincidentally, it's also after the halving, day 373, not 372. Oh well, we're still on track. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Huh? Remember, oh, wait. That, this is how it started, went up. Now we're in the same pattern. So keep that in mind. All right, now let's get to the actual news. Actually, wait, let's start with this. This is pretty much the benchmark for any trader out there. We have the 10-year yield, stable, slightly lower, which is a good sign for the stock market to go up. Now, this floor is needed because it allows all the different indicators to do their thing, and when they do their thing, the market is just gonna go way up. Yeah, in layman's terms, okay. Now, more specifically, if you want finer details, you're gonna have to do your research there because I'm not gonna explain the whole entire mechanics to you in this video. So you have the dollar index as well going up. That is not a good sign for the market because that will put pressure in the market. However, when you look at this on a bigger scale, you can see that on the trend line or general trend is the dollar, US dollar specifically, going down. Okay, and that's done by design. Next on the list, we have crude oil. All right, so that ceasefire news that happened, it did bring down the price of crude oil, which also affects the market because the lower crude prices are, the less money that's being placed into the market. And you gotta remember, a lot of things are made with crude oil, like plastic, so on and so forth. But do keep in mind, this crude oil price is going to go back up, and they're going to have some narrative on the side, usually not good news, to happen. Don't quote me on that, just watch the pattern. All right, and another thing to keep note of are the reverse repos and repos itself, because this is when they borrow money, buy securities, and make a quick flip, basically. So they have none today, but they did have quite a lot in the weekend. I mean, a weekday. So okay, that's cool. And all right, so remember, guys, whenever you're investing in crypto or looking into different types of cryptocurrencies, just remember that we're moving towards the new industry, which is the fourth industrial revolution, where a lot of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and artificial intelligence are going to be the main thing. So if it doesn't cater to that, then you might want to steer away from that, or steer. I mean, tread carefully. But remember, that's not financial advice. All right, so let's get to the news. So here we have RippleNet being live in over 40 countries across 6 continents. That is happening despite them having a lawsuit against the SEC. So it makes you think, are they really having a fight here, or are they just messing with us while they're working on things in the background? And recently too, Ripple made a partnership with the Bank of Egypt and Lulu Exchange. And prior to that, they were working with like some Asian countries. I think it was like um, Cambodia and Malaysia. Don't quote me on that. Please do your research there. I can't exactly remember the finer details, but they are all over Asia. Same thing with Stellar XLM. All right, moving forward. Here we have Cardano as well, making their moves, but more specifically in the African region. Okay, now Cardano is on a mission to make a difference for 53 African nations. Right now, they're making a huge difference in Ethiopia's education system, and because of that, of course, other nations in Africa are taking notice because, well, they are helping a lot of lives here. They're helping the unbanked become banked. So now they have a way to connect themselves to a banking system so that way they can pay for things. But also keep in mind, banking the unbanked also means monetizing the unbanked. So if you guys don't know anything about our taxes, well, I'm not an expert in taxes, but basically it's just a very sophisticated form of slavery. Okay, if you're always having to pay taxes, then you know what, you always owe something whenever you do a transaction. And yes, for every single transaction you do, there's always tax involved. It's kind of unfair, but you know what, that's how the world works, and it revolves around money. So here we have ETF provider Theocrium trading fast for a Bitcoin futures ETF. Now that is definitely bullish news because that will just invite more institutions, people with huge amounts of money, to come in and play the casino. And yes, stock markets, crypto markets, it's just a big casino. To keep it, yeah, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. And also, earlier this month, there was a lot of news regarding Ethereum ETFs. Companies like Van Eck was filing for ETFs. And what did that do to Ethereum price? Pretty much doubled it in half. I mean, doubled it, you know. But of course, that's not financial advice on what's going to happen in Bitcoin. But if we were to take a look at that pattern that we saw in the beginning of this video, hey, where do you think the price of Bitcoin will go? Okay, let your imagination do the work there. All right, so here we have some news on REN. Okay, mainnet V.04 aims to improve cross-chain liquidity. So this is just one of those interoperable news or interoperability, basically, which leads to mass adoption. This will allow REN or whoever's working with REN to have liquidity um, with other blockchains out there. Okay, so it's just basically making more friends. All right, so here we have Bitcoin miners might be leaving China. Is this good or is this bad? My opinion, I think it's good because now they don't have this ammo to say, oh yeah, I'm banning this Chinese miner over here. But what really happened in the background was that it was only those Chinese miners or those miners that were using fossil fuels as energy for their Bitcoin mining. For those that were using renewable energy to mine their Bitcoin, they didn't get so much of the hate. And this isn't news. This has been happening in China for like quite some time. They were just rehashing that story to create a narrative to pull the market. But of course, that is not financial advice. Do your research. All right, here we have Australia's finance minister warning crypto people that crypto is high risk. Now, I find that really funny because Australia's finance is using Hedera Hashgraph protocol to issue the digital currency. And now, these rich people are saying, hey, retail investors, watch out. Cryptos are very risky. Don't put your money there. So, when it comes to these big guys, Don't follow what they say, follow what they do. Or don't watch what they say, watch what they do. Something like that. Somewhere along those lines. And here we have some mass adoption news involving Fado and Cardia Chain. So Fado officially completes the integration of their loyalty program on Cardia Chain network. Oh man, Cardia Chain's making a lot of moves in Asia, and of course it's from Asia. And yes, loyalty programs is what keeps users hooked on using their products or service. So in the long run, yes, Cardia Chain, I believe, will be one of those big guys that's going to be competing for, the big titles when it comes to mass adoption. Like which type, I mean, like who are they going to use? Are they going to be using Cardia Chain? Are they going to be using XLM or XRP? You never know. But if the masses like what Cardia Chain has to offer more than, let's say, XLM or Algo, then of course Cardia Chain will have more money towards it. And basically, who or whatever the central banks want, they're the people that are behind this. And here we have news for Kin. So they are migrating from Ethereum to Solana. Solana is more scalable, but that doesn't mean it's okay for you to just chill. People like me that own Kin have to now transfer that Kin to either the FTX exchange to do the swapping. Okay, this is how it looks like in the interface over here. So you know what? Let's see. From there, click on deposit Kin. You'll be presented with an option to deposit Kin ERC20. Once you do, they will be automatically converted to the same number of Kin SPL tokens. Alright, so you have FTX automatically converting it for users, making it easier for them. Now, the second option is for Solet, which is basically Sol's or Solana's wallets. This one, it does require for you to have a token, so do keep that in mind. But anyways, you have two options to exchange your Kin token, either FTX exchange or the Solana wallet. You do your research there. Alright, and here we have the Dutch central bank reversing their decision on tighter checks for crypto withdrawals. So that's going to make it a lot easier for crypto people in that region to be able to withdraw money. Okay, that is definitely a good sign. And here we have partnerships or integrations. We have Dovu and Poly Network. Poly Network is all about interoperability, and they have been doing that for other projects as well, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, so on and so forth. And Dovu is all about, you know what? Let me read it for you. Oh, that's Poly Network. Dovu is a tokenized data economy for DeFi carbon offsetting. Uses Hedera to inexpensively issue tokenized carbon credits to any person, business, or government to fund projects which remove, capture, or sequester carbon from their environment. By doing this, they're helping achieve more sustainable future for everyone. So they're basically tokenizing this carbon from foreign land or landowners, and they're trading that around. I don't know how that's going to work out really. I think they're just messing with minds, but you know what? You do your own research there. And on top of that, there is definitely, I do believe there's money to be made here, okay? So, yeah, that is all I have for today in terms of crypto news. Um, Overall, I do see the whole entire market just taking a little pullback, but it's going to go back up even higher. That's just my opinion based on my own observation. And yes, I've been in the crypto game for a little bit over a year. I've been through these dumps multiple times, and I do not believe this bull run is over yet. Okay, it will have a bear market, but I don't think that I do believe it's soon. Okay, but narratives could change in between. So I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on in the market, of course. But as of right now, I do see a lot of things are just buying opportunities. Okay, and once again, that is not financial advice. Also, if you did enjoy the information that I presented, okay, if you found it very informative, helpful, please do share this video as it does help the channel grow. Also, press like and subscribe. And if you have any thoughts on what I said about the topics, If you have any suggestions, please do make a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I just want to say, everyone, despite having a fuddy week, please keep in mind market's just gonna go back up. And yes, enjoy your weekend. Take care.